What are the limits when it comes to online reviews and free speech? Here to give some insight on that topic and discuss the Jorn Vander Sloot murder arrest is TXA 21 legal expert Jerry Loftin. Now, Jerry, we heard from that young woman. She has a deposition next week, as we mentioned. Why can't she legally express her opinion in a review of the services that she received?
She can. She can. I'd report Boothe to the Texas Medical Board. I mean, the guy who spends millions of dollars and said, oh my goodness, somebody didn't like what I did. It's called freedom of speech. It's why we have that. It's why we report things. For him to try to run over her is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. Her attorney will just crush him like a bug.
Okay, but they have a deposition. Does this mean that a grand jury or that a judge or in any case, someone is at least taking it a little seriously?
Well, it's not a grand jury. All this is, as a deposition, means that somebody takes down what you says, and if a lawsuit is filed, it's like they can take out testimony and stuff like that. Anybody can do that. But I mean, I think he has made a big tactical blunder. If he's spending the kind of money he is, and somebody says, you didn't do the work right or something like that, the public's got a right to know both sides.
So as we as patients and customers, are we going to have to worry about doctors or companies coming after us if we write a critical online review of them?
Well, you know, I think anybody can do anything. I mean, you know, if it smells like a goat and stinks like a goat, it's a goat.
It might be a goat, huh?
There you go.
Okay, all right, let's move on to the Jorn Vander Sloot case. Can prosecutors use his murder confession in Peru in any way whatsoever as leverage in the Natalie Holloway case?
Well, they may be able to. Now, remember, confessions are kind of unusual things. If I confess and I say something, depends on how I did it, what I do it. If somebody's got a gun to your head and said you're confessing, that's one thing. However, in this case, I mean, this is a national, international kind of one of those fanfare scenarios that go. O.J. Simpson's a classic example of that. So yeah, a lot of stuff can be it can be put into there. It can get out there. It can. And if somebody, they've got him on TV confessing to everything, and they don't have a gun or a vice in his hand, I think they'll get that in. Now, the punishment levels are different in different countries and states for things.
Yeah, and Peru, he can't even get to life. He would get
no, it's different. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You know, South America's actually got some pretty fair things on some things. I mean, it just depends on where you are and what's going on.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that I think is really important, the only thing I ever hear about today is the football alignment. That's it. It's like front end alignment.
Yeah, that's what you're worried about right now.
Well, no, I mean, my kids, all of them are going, oh my goodness, you know, the world goes on, and I don't need to bring that topic up. But these other things are really important.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Boothe, nuts, you know, on what's going on there.
All right, we'll see what the deposition reveals next week. All right, Jerry Loftin, thank you. If you have any legal questions for Jerry, just go to our website, txa21tv.com, and click